Alrighty, so hey guys, how's it going? This is Are You Serious coming to you from I wanted to show you a chaotic collection video of what cards I actually have right now. So this is just a quick video, just basically showing my collection, updating my collection, and it's kind of a new series I'm starting just about chaotic in general. So I might do some deck builds, some different kind of tactics and skills of what to do. But I want you guys to comment down below, if you guys think my cards are special, unique, or rare, or what like if they're good enough to play with, and let me know if you guys personally play chaotic yourselves, and if you guys have any inquiries about chaotic, message me. Feel free to message me about it, and let me know if you guys are like wanting to play or something. Just because the series of chaotic has actually been shut down, and lots of people kind of stopped because of that. But just update me on what you guys are familiar with. So starting off, just a quick mention. These are actually the cards I play with right now. So this is just the 6 creatures I use and their battle gears. I also have their attacks and mugics in another collection, but I'm just gonna show you that as a bulk with everything else. But for the creatures and battle gears that I use personally for myself are Kaor. I don't know if you can see that properly just because my camera isn't really too good, but yeah, so Kaor. Along with Kaor, I actually equip him with a telebracers. Just works well because of the maps and locations that I use. I always want him to have an advantage, so that's that. Lord Von Bloot right beside him, and with Lord Von Bloot I equip him with obliterators in order to get the fire aspect. Corral. Now he's not max energy. I did want one that's 70, but I don't have one, so I mean this is pretty good. And with Corral, I equip him with a phobia mask because my deck is also based on intimidation, so I want them to have as much stats as possible in order to decrease to others. I have Magmon, which my deck actually relies on the most due to the fact that he has Fire 5 along with his Vile Driver that gives him a Fire 5. The Lava Pond also gives fire creatures Fire 5 and Magmon an additional Fire 5. And I also have the mugics Song of Fury, which boosts him up another Fire 5, giving him 25 fire damage additional when he plays his fire attacks. So that's really, really strong, and he can, perhaps one-shot some people. And yeah, that's just it's amazing. I also have Galmadar, and Galmadar I increase just because his speed isn't too good, so I give him a Levitar. And I have Agitos in the back for the mugics, and a Pyroblast to give him some fire attack. Okay, so that's kind of just the deck I use for creatures and battle gear. Moving on to actual creatures, so I'll go ahead and show you what I have for Overworlders first. Okay, so for Overworlders, I have Maxor, Iliar, Arthoa Captain of Azoa. I have Rasnus, Ambassador to the Overworlders, Ambassador to the Danians. I have 2 Yuccas. Sorry if you can't see that too good. I have Interest, Orthene Power, Karawa, Acrian, Tanith Toborn, Tartarak, another Tartarak as well. I have Nadrun, Bodil. Now for the Tanith Toborn, I actually wanted the general version. Also Tanith Toborn in training, but they're kind of hard to get your hands on. So I have Iktosh, Guardian of Nature. I have Olkiex, and then just a bunch of uncommons, so I'll try to go fast. So I have Lodorul, Akato, Clodor, Renlum, Jade Warrel, Slurk, Slurk again. I have a couple of Slurks, so I'll go fast that. I have Atacat, Beacon, Velreth, another Velreth. Now I have a lot of these, but they're just common Bodals, so I have about 7 or 8 of them. I have Drob or Drabe, how do you pronounce that? I have Dractyl, have a couple of them. Cult, which I have a lot of as well. Maglox, Vidov. So yeah, just a lot of commons. Gespidin, Hefdan, Lystone, Sherv or Zerv, Frafto, Arbade or Arbid, I don't know how you pronounce that, and Hune Markard. So that's it for my Overworlders. And going on to Underworlders next. Okay, so I already showed you the cards that I'm playing with in my deck. So I have KOR, Lord Von Blute, and all those. For the additional Underworlders that I have, I also have Bareth Beyond, Klawam, Takinom, Borth Majar, Almar. I have a couple of Almars. I have Rothar, a couple of Rothars, another Magmon, Perithion, which I was actually considering putting in my deck, but I feel Galmadar is a bit more better due to his stats and everything, and I don't know. His artwork is also really nice, so I have Solvis. And so some commons, I have Ustab, Eximiar, Torna, Anarcure, Nothalax, which I have a couple of. So you can get, there you go. A couple of Nothalax, Kaibon the Renegade, Kamangreth, Carrick, which I have a couple of, Cougar. Well, I have a lot of those. Okay, Miklon. A lot of Miklon as well. I have some Rarens. Dardamus. Narfall, which is actually one of my favorite creatures, to be honest. I was really considering him putting in my deck, but just the other cards that I have kind of fit in a bit better. But Narfall is actually really amazing, just his artwork and everything. And his energy is not that bad either. He has 50, so. Jeltod, Cried or Creed, Azadab, Grook, which I actually have a lot of, Atropal, Tasca, another Corral, just lower energy, a lot lower, Kaibon, a couple of Kaibons, Ornithor, Gamebrior, Ghoul, and last but not least, another one of my favorite creatures based on artwork, Vile. Like, Vile in the show looks really nice as well. Like, he's just, I don't know, he looks really nice. Okay, moving on to Mepedians. This is personally my first favorite card. Like, this is the best card I ever got. And it was the first Ultra I think I ever got. It's just hands down one of my favorites. He's amazing, just in general. The only thing is I do need to get more Conjurers in order to play him. I was thinking of getting Appleye because he's like the easiest in terms of controlling, because you only need like one Appleye in order, or one, yeah, so only one creature, Conjurer, which is Appleye, in order to calm down his recklessness. Because he reduces recklessness by 10 per Mugic that he has. So if you can get him to get a lot of Mugics by even using, for example, the Battle Gear Ravita Flower, you can get him a lot of Mugics, and only him can control the War Beast that you have, instead of having multiple Conjurers and using up that space. So Blazbatan, really, really amazing strong card. He has 155 Courage, 150 speed, 70 power, and 50 wisdom. So his stats are really amazing, just wisdom kind of lacks just a little bit. And he has air 5 and earth 5 with 75 energy, which is actually, or sorry, 65 energy, sorry, but that's amazing. Like, he's really strong. I also have Uberon. So I actually want to make a War Beast deck, which I have actually used in the past. But I just need conjurers in order to play them. I have one conjurer, I believe his name is James, which you're going to see, but he's just not as good. So Blazvatan, Uberon, and Gafatra. Those were my 3 War Beasts that I want to play in my deck. Razmadarini, Bevike, Sepmak, Permsmudinu. Oh my god, cards flying everywhere. Okay, so Tafio, Tien, Marquis Darini, Ublagun. I have a couple of. Okay, moving on to the commons. So I have Titanics, Otini, Braid or Broth. I have a couple of them. I have Malvadine. So yeah, commons you can just grab a lot of, which is, I don't know, kind of annoying, but Drames. So that's the conjurer I was talking about. But see, as I was mentioning, he only reduces recklessness damage to creatures dealt by 10, which isn't that much. I mean, using that with Blazvatan would still have 15 recklessness, which could do a lot of damage to himself. So it's not that good. But I mean, it is better than nothing. At the same time, his other ability is actually pretty whack, which I don't like. The fact that if he has 0 mugics, you have to sacrifice him, so that's not too good either. Noaz, Ibika, Uro, a lot of him. Shamark, I have a lot of Shamark. Sand, Naina, Beyondu, Melk or Melky, Sylve, Servant of Air, Gun, Jod, Seattle, Sobjek, and one of my favorite creatures as well, Venta. Okay, so that's it for Mepedians. Moving on to Danians. One of my favorite Danian creatures is Hammerdoom Chankcaller, Nikuin, Agrino Jaldar. His effect is actually really good, to be honest. So if you activate Hive, Agrino Jaldar gains 5 energy for each Danian you control, and he already has 55 energy. So if the rest of the creatures are Danians, which if you have him in a Danian deck, that means you get 5 energy for 5 other Danians, which is 5 times 25. So he gets 25 energy extra, which means he gets 80 energy in total. That's really quite good. And the rest of his effect is Agrino Jaldar deals an additional 5 damage to minions, so he's pretty strong. Lende, Razmus Assimilated, my favorite Danian, to be honest. He looks amazing. Bjerk, and I actually like the Razmus Assimilated more than the original Razmus, but yeah. Lore, and that's it for those. Moving on to commons, I have Machanaz, Hydrom, Balan, or Baleen, more Wama. I have a couple of Wamas, Evian, Gallon, Junda, Valani Levan, Jal, Fash, Dajhun, Formicidor. See what else I have. Kebna or Kebina, Scarless or Scarlass, Laud, Lobane, Tibel, Macrobon, Kelvadron, Dacelin, Dubin or Dubin, and Hota or Hota. Okay, so that's it for Danians. And last but not least, I don't have much of these guys, but I do have some pretty cool ones, I guess. For these guys, I guess the only deck that I run, I mean, lots of people run Food Morpher decks for getting mugics, but I feel like I run a Corral deck. Just, you know, they seem pretty good, especially using the battle gear for the Corrals, in which they get extra energy and stuff. So they also get extra elements, which is pretty nice. But put that on top here. Okay, so for Marillions, I have Nuncorn, I have Ahunculin, Psionic Master, Garlag, Airdak, Nethawar, Turboline, and one of my favorite looking creatures, Vixben. Okay, and then moving on to the commons, I have Lemoncal, Salmas, Falmakin, Drornik, McBannon, Emnaul, Ikubra, Ganom, Emswa, Vitarzu, Felfor of the Deep, Jesheben, Malaine, Angerkeen, Mockadin, and that's that. Okay, so that's all the creatures I have, which isn't too bad. I feel like I have a pretty decent collection, if I do say so myself. But that's all I have for creatures. So if I just put everything back. Just give me 1 sec, sorry. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think about just the creatures that I have. So I mean, personally, I find like I have some pretty decent creatures. I mean, I don't have the best. There's still a lot of creatures I definitely want, even if they're not even that rare. Like for example, I've always wanted like a Bluegon or Bluegon, the I forget something warrior. I've always wanted Victar. But yeah, just a lot of just random creatures I've always wanted. So if you guys have any cool cards, you know, please let me know. Another card I always wanted was Elazar, the Underworlder. So yeah, just lots of randoms. Okay, so moving on to locations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the 10 location cards that I choose for my deck are Vidal's Refectorium, Fear Valley, now I wish I had a lot more, but I have 2 Lava Ponds that I play. So 2 Lava Ponds, 3 Gothos Towers for Lord Von Blute, 2 Underworld Colosseums, and 1 Fear Valley. And the other locations that I have Castle Pillar, 2 Castle Pillars, Glacier Plains, Iron Pillar, the Storms, Oi Point's Lookout, Hurricane's Feast, Lore's Chamber of Recall, the Coral Smithy. I have another Lava Pond, but it's Milaine's Foothold. Mepedum Oasis, Mount Pillar. 3 Mount Pillars. Okay, so that's just for those, and I also have Gigantopolis. I have Gloomuk Swamp, Crystal Cave, the Oligarch's Path, Runic Grove, Gorom's Briefing, right there, Storm Tunnel, Sands of the Unseen, Momark's Catapult Tower, Forest of Life during the Achilles, Doors of the Deep Mines. I have a couple of those. I have Everrain, Eye of the Maelstrom, Brawler's Burrow, Mepedum Dew Farm, Overworld Embassy at Mepedum Oasis, The Pits, Psycho Madness Chamber, Chamber of Waves, the Swartbron or something like that, Overworld's Library, a couple of those, Vidal's Refectorium, Ravenel Ridge, oh, and that's it. I have a lot of those, so that's pretty much it for locations. Now for mugics. Okay. So moving on to mugics. So the mugics I play for my deck or my cards, I have one Song of Revival, Refrain of Denial, 2 Songs of Fury, so I can give Magma on the Fire 5 and deal 10 damage to the enemy creature. In case one of my creatures doesn't have fire, I have Discorded Flame, and Song of Future Sight in order to switch location to whichever one I want, so Lava Pond or something. Yeah, so that's the mugics I play in my deck. And the mugics I have, so for generic mugics, Fortissimo, Vexing Waveform, Monophone Mayhem, Melody of the Meek, Song of Ember Nova. I have 2 of those. I have Ember Flourish, Geo Flourish, Minor Flourish, Prelude to Dominance, Specific Diminishing, Strain of Clarity, Song of True Sights, and that's it for general or generic mugic. Moving on to Mepedian mugic, I have Armament Alteration Anthem, Song of Shelter, Melody of Mirage, Armament Adagio, a Tune of Zerium, Aria of Enragement, Song of Recovery, Trails of Diminution. I have 2 of those, and last but not least, I have a couple of Notes of Neverwinter. Okay, so moving on to Overworld mugics, I have Odd Opus, Rhyme of the Reckless, Interest Healing Ballad, Memento Virtuosity, Cascade Symphony, Song of Resurgence, Melody of Miracles, Song of the Dyad, Empowering Serenade, Hymn of the Elements, Ecstatic Fanfare, and Echoes of Empty Hands. Okay. Moving on to Underworld mugics, I have not too much because the other Underworld mugics are actually in my deck, so I only have 4 additional ones. So I have another Song of Revival, Song of Desperation, Elemental Denial, and Strain of Ash. Okay. And then for Daemon mugic, so for Daemon mugic I have Mindproof March, Hive Unsung, Daemon Elemental Coral, Strain of Infection, Unisong, Song of Resistance, Refrain of Denial, the Daemon version, or sorry, for Overworld or Underworlders, Song of Surprisal, and I think the last one, so I have a couple of Chorus of the Hive. Okay. Now, sadly, I need to build up a larger collection for Marillion Mugics because the only Marillion Mugic I have is actually only one and it's pretty bad shape, but it's Gearmorph Chords. Which is actually pretty nice, to be honest, but it costs 2 Mugic counters, but it does heal 20 damage to target Fluid Morpher. So it's not too bad, but it kind of is bad at the same time. So that's it for Mugics. Okay. Moving on to Battle Gear. I have Wingfin, Warby's Power Leash, Windstrider, Riverland Star. So these are the things I was talking about for Corrals. I have Corral Magma Shards, but just any shard in general gives them 25 energy, and they also get Defender Chieftain. But yeah, they also, for each different kind of shard, they get a specific element. So for example, for Magma Shard, they get the element of fire. But I'll show you as I go on that I have other shards that give them different elements. So I have Liquid Thought Evaporator, Muge's Tuning Fork, Bodo's Dagger, Almar's Bionic Steam Arms, Blazer's King Map Collection, or sorry, Blazer's Map Collection, Reality Field Generator, Almar's Projector, Spectral Viewer. And guys, I actually also have another question as well. So in the game show, people can actually use the Spectral Viewer as a side piece kind of battle gear. Now in the actual card game, can you use a Spectral Viewer as well as another battle gear, or is that not possible? Because in the game show they can use a Spectral Viewer and another piece of battle gear, because apparently the Spectral Viewer doesn't count as one for like I believe Kaz had a Spectral Viewer and something else, because I don't know, apparently it was addition or something. I don't know how that works, but Diamond of Loric, Flux Bobble, I have a couple of those, Lightning Canister, Prism of Mindlessness, the Pit Token, Aspect Amplifier Wit, I have a couple of Torwegs, Revita Flowers. So that's what I was talking about for the Conjurers. So not only do they gain 5 energy, but if you actually sacrifice this, the Conjurer gets 2 Mugic counters, which is actually really amazing. So if, for example, if you have the creature Appleye, he already has 1 Mugic counter, I believe, and he reduces 10 Recklessness for each Mugic counter he has on him. So if you sacrifice this battle gear, he automatically gets another 2, which leaves him with 3 Mugic counters, and that reduces creatures' Recklessness by 30, which is quite amazing if you think about it. I have Mind Prism, Entropy Modulator, Wind Whip, and these were the other ones I was talking about. So I have Corral Amber Shard and Corral Chime Shard. So each one gives them different effects. The Chime Shard gives you 25 energy, Defender Corral, and Air, while Corral Amber Shard gives you Earth, 25 energy, and Defender Minion. I have Torrent Crinth, Vlaric Shard, Staff of Wisdom, Motorcycle, and Phobia Masks. Okay, so that's it for Battle Gears. Okay, and now a huge deck or pile of attacks. So the first 20 attacks are the attacks I use in my deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So these 20 attacks are the attacks I use in my deck. I'm going to reorganize them a little bit. Okay, so they're kind of mixed up right now, but I'll just show you them as we go. So I have a couple of repeats, but you're just going to see them. They're not going to be in order, but oh well. Flash Warp, Vaporize, Dry Liquid, Sudden Flare, Skeletal Strike, Web Cocoon, Electro Web, Power Pulse, Flash Warp again, another Flash Warp as well. Ash Torrent, Terraport, Invader's Tactics, Ash Torrent, Flash Kick again, Symmetry Slam, Incinerate, Flash Warp again, and Psycho Drain. So the attacks that I use are either just flat out to deal attack damage, or to lower the enemy's stats, or the third kind of attack I have in my deck is to change the location. So three categories I have in my deck. So attack damage, just like flat out damage, to change the location in order to get Lava Pond or something for Magmon, or to get Gothos Tower for Lord Von Blue in the next battle, or to lower their stats in order to activate different effects for the rest of the attacks, or even for Corral's ability. I believe, if I'm just gonna check real fast. So like Corral, he gets Intimidate power 20 and Exhaust all disciplines 5. So like it's kind of like a stats kind of deck, as well as yeah, so stats, damage, and everything in fire. So like Agitos gets Intimidate Courage 20 and Intimidate power 20. Galmadar gets so yeah, while a creature engaged with Galmadar, if he has less than 65 courage, or sorry, 65 power, that creature might not get healed or gain energy. So yeah, it's just a really interesting deck in general, because like everything is run around stats. Like it's a mixture of combinations of lots of stuff, including Lord Von Blue as well. Like if the opposing creature's courage is less than 25, that creature loses 10 energy. So it's really nice. Okay, and finally the last couple of attacks I have quite a bit, but for 4s I have Mega Roar and Disempowerment combo. For the 3s I have Reactive Resolution, Ice Discs, Solar Flare, Mass Blink, Fluid Might. It's kind of hard. Okay, so that's it for 3s. Sorry, I'm just gonna divide it real fast just so it's easier for me to acquire. So for 2s I have Granite Balls, Xenocentric Wrath, Paralyze. I have a couple of Paralyze. I have Sleep Sting. I have a couple of Sleep Stings, Reef Quakes, Freeze Flashes, Mind Razor, Charge of the Brave, sorry. Alacritus Force, Brave Glint. I have a couple of those. Enlightened Tenacity, Perplexing Heat, Torrent of Flames. A couple of those. Dust Strike, Hampering Winds, Denihilation, Scout Strike, Mind Grind, Gravity Slam, and Accelerated Unity. Okay, so that's it for the 2 costing cards. For 1 costing cards, I have quite a few. Okay, so for 1 costing cards, I have Iron Balls, Rage of Ani, Pillar Quake, Gear Grind, Sirocco, Infectious Implosion, Unarmed Brawl Bash, Mind Void, Corral Crushes, Blind Fury, Vine Snare, Rest Toxics, Earth Pulse, Essential Evaporation, Insanity Attacks, Piercing Brilliance, Heat Rage, Dexterous Storms, Hydro Balls, Elementalist Psyblast, Confusion, Squeeze Plays. I have a couple of those. Wind Slash, Reckless Defeat, Outwit, Hammer Dash, Ember Swarms, a lot of Lightning Bursts, a couple of those, and Arbor Smashes. Okay, so that's for the 1 costing cards. And now the last couple of cards I have that cost 0. So Hurricane, Liquescent Swirl, Aftermath Feint, Earth Shape, Tornado Tackle, Mirthquake, Degenerate, Flash Mend, Thunderground, Unbalanced Charge, Reverberate, Psycho Dreams, Velocitraps, another Reverberate, sorry, just put that back. Where did that go? Sorry. Okay, so right there. Okay, Quick Exits, Delirium, and Mind Sync. So that pretty much wraps up everything I have. Those are all my attacks, all my creatures. That's just generally my whole entire chaotic collection. So please comment below what you guys think. Sorry that this is probably a very long video. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you today. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys please do like, comment, subscribe, you know, let me know what you guys think. And yeah, that's it for today. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.